What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday. So principal photography has wrapped, but that doesn't stop the news, doesn't stop actors talking about stuff, yapping about stuff in interviews. So there's actually some pretty cool news to go over. So if you are new around here, what the frickin' are you doing? We've been covering this stuff since literally Thor Ragnarok. Also check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful face. Check us out on Twitter. Warstu G. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on TikTok. Let's get into this video. So, the Avengers Doomsday official trailer allegedly is coming out in December, courtesy of Daniela RPK. What did this bot account have to say? The first look at Avengers Doomsday will reportedly be shown in theaters ahead of Avatar, Fire, and Ash, which comes out in December. Right. Interesting, because we have Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out in the summer. This comes out at the end of the year. So let's go back over history and let's just break something down. So the first trailer dropped for Infinity War in November, right? Had an April release. The first trailer for Endgame dropped in December, had an April release, right? And both movies also had a Super Bowl spot in the February. So is this true? I don't know. It would make sense. And some people over the internet are calling this a very aggressive marketing campaign. Not really. Not really. The marketing campaign started back at Captain America 4 when the leader said, "You don't think you're the only person out there. There's other people out there." Then we actually had the Fantastic Four post-credit scene, which was actually the first official scene with Dr. Doom in front of Franklin Richards. A lot of people seem to think he kidnapped Franklin Richards. He took his mask off. We don't know what actually happened. And this news has gone absolutely everywhere. And there's no precedence and no validity in the actual story, because if the likes of Cryptic HD basically said they're going to put teasers out, and boom, you're going to get a trailer. So yes, there most likely will be some kind of footage attached to Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Why? Because that's pretty much Disney's biggest movie. The last one banged billions. This one will bang billions. People say they don't care. The last one didn't do very well to start off with, then banged billions. So yes. But that doesn't mean Disney's going to release this trailer online. It might be the case where they put it exclusively in the theaters to make you go and watch said trailer. The only problem with this is then you get the potato quality of people recording in the cinemas to show you what the actual footage is. But I don't actually think they will show you Dr. Doom in this said teaser that allegedly could be coming out. So yesterday I said that the Russo brothers Look Hard image was teasing The Watcher. I'm not going to put this in the title, but I'm actually starting to think this is actually Dr. Doom sat down and isn't Joe Russo, like a lot of people seem to think. And I read the comments and a lot of people said I was being convoluted, and this is clearly going Avengers versus X-Men, and we're going to get another movie with the Avengers versus X-Men. But the only problem is we already know that the X-Men are going to be in this movie, and some people kept saying, yeah, Secret Wars Part 1 and Part 2. You can draw whatever circles you want on it. I don't even think it's actually that important, and realistically, I don't think this picture showing is anything. But The Watcher, he's always watching, Look Harder, does make a lot of sense. So that is when allegedly the first teaser trailer is coming out. But does it make sense? I don't know, because Sony Pictures, Columbia Pictures, yes, makes most of the money for Spider-Man, but Marvel Studios does take some of the box office. Spider-Man movies always gross close to $1 billion, if not over $1 billion. Would they start to promote Doomsday before Spider-Man? I don't know, seeing as the most recent information about the villain essentially being a multiversal villain kind of means it's not a grounded movie, kind of means that Spider-Man Brand New Day is a prequel to Doomsday. Doesn't really make sense from a narrative storyline, but then again, what Marvel does never makes sense. So also in the news, Cameo Central! My time to shine, hello! How you doing, lad? Yeah, it's actually a guy. I don't understand why people think it's a girl. Spider-Man will reportedly appear in Avengers Doomsday. It's currently unknown which one it will be. Well, as far as we know here at the War Drizzle channel and talking to a bunch of scoopers behind the scenes that would never admit to talking to me, it's actually going to be Tom Holland Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I don't know if the image going around is real. It looks fake as free. Looks like it's actually Photoshop, but that's actually interesting. Now we get into so many fake leaks. And the problem is people run it through an AI generator And it passes, yeah, because it's not AI, it's Photoshop, as in Adobe Photoshop. I don't know if you know how to use it, but most of these fake leaks are actually Photoshop. They're not AI. Also in the news, Ghost Rider is going to appear in the movie in a cameo point of view. Also in the news, Warstu can confirm that I was down at Pinewood Studios over the summer. I can't really say what I was doing, but I was down at Pinewood. So maybe the famous Warstu cameo that I've been talking about for literal years might be happening in this movie. Maybe, maybe not. So also in the news, Channing Tatum has been talking. Channing Tatum's been very busy recently. The boy actually was in the movie of the year in the sense of how much profit does it make. The boy, Channing Tatum, was recently in Demon Slayer, such a lad. So he's claiming that this movie is going to be so freaking insane that it's going to get the biggest pop ever. Now, the biggest pop ever actually appeared to be in No Way Home when Toby and Andrew appeared. So he says this, and it makes me think there must be some insane action in this movie. He says it's going to make Marvel fans physically lose their actual mind from head to toe. Interesting. Tom Cruise Iron Man, Tom Cruise Superior Iron Man, confirmed. It's going to make your brains ooze out of their ears, like in a way that I knew when Blade walks on the screen, Deadpool and Wolverine. It's like that times 50. Who could it be? Tom Cruise Iron Man, although I don't think that would be the biggest pop ever. I think having someone like Jonathan Majors Kang would be an even bigger pop. Promises insane cameos. Let's get this Tom Cruise Iron Man. It's been going on for the longest time ever. He also revealed he injured his leg on set, forcing him to miss out on a major fight scene with Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom. I just hate getting old. It's not about the pain I feel in the moment. It's knowing I can't take this back now. And I know what the next 6 months of my life will be like. I just hate getting old. In my mind, I'm literally still 30 years old. 26, if I'm honest. Interesting. It's interesting how so many actors choose to do their own stunts. Because let's be honest, if you look at most of the actual fight scenes in Marvel and DC movies, they're not extreme to the point where you would need to be a trained dancer or a trained gymnast. I mean, obviously Spider-Man's completely different because Spider-Man's doing backflip. But actors getting injured just to do their own scenes, is it worth it? So also in the news. So recently, we covered a so-called scoop that Charlie Cox would be playing Daredevil in a prison break sequence in Spider-Man Brand New Day, meaning he'd be put into prison by Wilson Fisk in the Daredevil series. Well, recently it's come out that Charlie Cox will no longer be able to attend SpaceCom San Diego due to scheduling conflict. Could this confirm that, yes, he will be filming for Spider-Man Brand New Day? Most likely. That's most likely always the case when an actor has an appearance at a con or Comic-Con convention, then all of a sudden, something's come up on the schedule. So, Doomsday sounds pretty freaking nuts. We're getting Toby, we're getting Tom Holland Spider-Man, we're getting Warstu, we're getting Iron Man Superior, Tom Cruise, we're getting Wolverine, Warstu. It's going to be a pretty nuts movie. And we're still well over a year, like a year and 2 months till the movie comes out. Absolutely insane. So much stuff can change. We have reshoots, we have the post-credit scene, and the post-credit scene never gets filmed during principal photography. A lot of people seem to think they switch up the post-credit scene. Nah, the post-credit scene is not really finalized till after the movie's filmed, then after test screen and stuff, and they put the post-credit scene in when they want to. But the post-credit scene for Doomsday is going pretty wild, because the ending for Doomsday is going to be pretty wild, but the post-credit scene's got to set up something else in Secret Wars, but we know the ending of Doomsday is going to set up Secret Wars, so it's very interesting to see what route they're going to go down. It really is. So, if we're going to get a trailer for Doomsday in December, surely it would also make sense to get a trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, seeing as that movie comes out first. That would be that would make sense. Also in the news, Martin Starr on if he's returning for Spider-Man Brand New Day as Mr. Harrington. I'm not allowed. I'm not at liberty to say. Interesting. I don't understand why minor actors with minor roles have to be so secret. I get it. They signed an NDA if they're actually in the movie. Also in the news, My Time to Shine, the most reliable scooper, had this to say. Insider My Time to Shine has confirmed Wesley Snipes' Blade will return in Avengers Doomsday. Everyone will return in Avengers Doomsday. Those in Deadpool and Wolverine, if they weren't killed off. Don't understand how that is even a scoop. Also in the news, Michael Mando is currently in London, potentially filming for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Well, they did shoot some sequences in London for Spider-Man Brand New Day, but the majority of it was filmed in Pinewood Studios in Slough. So please get your geography right, lads. London isn't the whole of the UK. I know you lads like to say and like to think the whole of the UK is just London, but London is a tiny part of the UK. Let's be honest, lads. Birmingham's just as big as London, but for some reason, people say London's the biggest. No, Birmingham's just as big. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, Warstu. Check us out on TikTok. So close to 1,000 followers. And for some reason, people seem to think that Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire is being made and Sammy Raimi is a director. Let's hope that happens. So like always, guys, have a great day. I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. And I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.